Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am your muse Tracy. I am here to inspire you and empower you to live the life of your dreams, to create on purpose exactly what you want in all areas of your life, to stop settling and to stop suffering. You are not here to suffer. If that sounds good to you, you are more than welcome to join me here, subscribe to the channel, and check out my work and what I do. What I do is I work with people to return them back to their true nature of being an infinite and powerful creator. And we all have programming and conditioning and things that block us or cover up our true nature. And so it's not really about you becoming anything. It's about you shedding false layers that were wrapped around you from a young age, from childhood most likely. And when you shed those layers, the truth of your being, this infinite, powerful creator, is what you'll find there. So that's what I do. And I wanted to come on. This is not going to be a super long video, but a very powerful video, because I know this is a question that a lot of people have. I see it come up with a lot of my clients and a lot of people I work with. So this is a requested video about how to handle resentment, perhaps with your specific person, or it can be anyone. Anyone can be a specific person. It doesn't have to be a romantic interest, but any person that you're trying to manifest and align yourself with a better version, a more preferred version, a version that you would prefer to experience. So what do you do if you have resentment towards this person and towards perhaps some past, events, occurrences, conversations, things that were done or said between you two? So that's what we're talking about in this video, when you have resentment that you cannot seem to get past. Now, this comes from feeling that you're a victim of what has transpired between the two of you. Actions, words, again, whatever you have this resentful feeling about, you are coming from the place of, I am the victim here. This has been done to me. This is not my preference, but this is what the other person chose to do or say to me. So when I say victim, I'm not trying to trigger anyone here. I'm simply stating that you are coming from a perspective of, this was done to me. So let's use that verbiage, because maybe victim is triggering, and I'm not trying to trigger anyone. That's not going to help get the point across, right? So if that is a triggering word, please understand that what I mean is you're coming from the perspective of, this was done to me, and this is not my preference, okay? So you're coming from that perspective, and you're not taking into consideration that everyone is you pushed out. And, this is understandable. We didn't, most people, I didn't, most people that I see and work with and, my clients didn't grow up knowing everyone is you pushed out, knowing that, different people are simply reflections of our assumptions about ourselves, basically. So, we were conditioned to sort of see the other person as having free will and having choices and having, the ability to do things to us that are sort of out of our control. But what Neville is teaching is that every person is simply showing up and is a representation of a couple of things. It's not just one thing, it's a couple of things. They are a representation of your concept of you. They are a representation of your concept of them. And thirdly, they can be a representation of the specific dynamic, right? So that means what relationship or role are they in, right? So if it's a coworker, you might have assumptions about coworkers. If it's a boss, you might have assumptions about bosses. You might have, if it's a family member, you might have general assumptions about family members. If it's a romantic partner, you might have general assumptions about romantic partners and how they show up for you. So this person is a combination of your assumptions in those three areas. Again, assumptions about yourself, assumptions about them specifically, assumptions about the role that they show up in. So there's sort of like a combination of all those assumptions mashed up, okay? And so this person was asking about a romantic partner. So let's take that as an example. And I also know that's a popular topic here. So let's say your romantic partner has said or done things to you that you are having a hard time getting past. And you hold resentment towards that person about those past things that were said or things that were done. So what's happening here is you are coming from the perspective that that was done to you. You were not in control at all. It has nothing to do with you, actually. They, on their own accord, chose to do and say those things to you. And that is not at all what Neville is teaching about, everyone is you pushed out and law of assumption. So I'm not here to tell you what to believe, but if you are trying to manifest a relationship with this person, an improved relationship with this person, that's all based on what Neville is teaching. Everyone is you pushed out. So you're in control here. You have the power to align yourself with a different version of that person. However, if you are trying to manifest and align yourself with a better version of that person while simultaneously playing a victim to past conversations and things that have been said or done, you have your feet in two boats. You're straddling the fence and you have to choose which side of the fence you want to be on. Okay? So if you want to manifest a better version of this person, you have to choose the side of the fence that says you're in control. They don't have free will. You are, they're a reflection of your assumptions. And you're going to have to neutralize the resentment that you have about past events. Now, let's be clear. I'm not saying to put up with bad behavior. You can remove yourself from situations, but when you remove yourself, it's in your mind that you need, when you go back and think about those things, you need to reference them from a point of ownership. Again, if you want to manifest the version, because again, that's all based on there you pushed out, you're in control, you have the ability to align yourself. Notice I didn't say you have the ability to change them. No, that's not what I said. You have the ability to align yourself with a better version of that person. But again, let me repeat it. You cannot align yourself with a better version of that person while simultaneously looking back at the past and playing the role, looking through the lens of that was done to me. I had no control about what was done or said back then. Do you guys see the misalignment here? If you want to manifest this higher version through changing your concepts within you, concepts about you, concepts about them, concepts about the role they're in, you have to choose that that's what you now believe. And if you truly resonate that, and if you're truly honest with yourself, when you look at that thing that you're resentful about, you probably can see how there was some concept within you that thought that that was okay, that believed that you deserved that, or believed that that type of thing was what would happen for you. Okay? Most likely. Sensitive subject, I know, but this is all about being honest. And if you're being honest with yourself, you can probably look back and see how those types of things that were said or done were in the realm of your belief system. Okay? That's really what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying you consciously created them by, focusing on them. No. I'm saying in the realm of your belief system at the time, through conditioning, through programming, through trauma from your childhood, whatever. It could be there for whatever reason, but I'm saying those things probably were in the realm of your belief system at the time. So you take ownership of it, okay? And then once you take ownership of it and you understand, wow, that person really didn't want to say those things or do those things to me, and they had no choice because everyone is me pushed out. If you truly believe that and resonate with that and can take ownership of that, the resentment will melt. The resentment will melt away. So again, I'm not here to tell you what to believe, but if you do resonate with what Neville's teaching and everyone is you pushed out and everyone is playing a role that you gave them, if you resonate with that, it still may take some time to integrate that into your belief system, okay? And this resentment is sort of like showing you when you're out of alignment with that belief system, with that new belief system. So nothing is going wrong. Everything is always working in your favor. You see the resentment, and what I want you guys to understand is not to get, caught up in it and think like, oh yeah, they did. No, it's like, oh, look, I'm giving my power away. I'm playing, the victim here. I'm pretending that that was done to me while I simultaneously want to be in the, creator seat over here, manifesting my preferred version. I got to choose one. You do. You have to choose one. You cannot have your 2 feet in 2 boats. The boats will go different directions and bad things will happen. Silly analogy, but you guys get my point. So this is what's going on here. You're trying to use, what Neville's teaching while simultaneously looking back and saying, but I didn't do that. Okay? So that's what's going on when you're having trouble getting over the resentment. When you truly integrate and own this and feel this, then the resentment melts. The resentment just won't be there. And again, this is for you to decide. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. If this resonates and you do feel like this is the truth, somehow, some way you just kind of know it's true, that's what resonance is, it's like a remembrance, then you have to correct yourself when you fall back into the old habits of seeing through the eyes of that was done to me. So that's it for this one, you guys. I know, short, powerful, to the point. This is what I see a lot of people come up against. So rewatch this video as many times as you need. Leave me a comment down below and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.